welcome to today's lesson. Today we're going to start looking at objects within JavaScript. Sometimes it's not enough to just have a variable. Sometimes you need to represent more than a variable. Sometimes it's an object that has properties, and you can represent that in JavaScript using JSON, which is JavaScript object notation, and I will do a quick simple example for you now. So say we have my car. Again, we create it as if it's just a normal variable, and we give it some curly braces. Now, what we would then do is give the car some properties. So I want to know how many wheels it's got, and we would separate the property from the value with a colon, like this. And then if it had another property, we would go on to the next line. So it's a comma separated list of key value pairs. That's the phrase. So if I wanted colour, I can have it red. And as you can see, these values don't necessarily have to be the same data type. So you can have an integer here and a string here, and even an object or an array or anything like that. We'll touch on arrays another time because there's complex things you can do with them. But for now, we'll add one more here. So we've got the number of wheels, it's got the number of cars, we'll have a top speed here, and we will call that 100 miles an hour. Cool. And so there is our object, and in a similar way we can console log that out. My car. So now if I go to run this, what you'll see is that JavaScript has created this object, and we can pass that object into and out of functions, which is quite useful. So again, we'll copy over from lesson 2 like we did last time. We'll have a function here, but it can take in the object of the car, and I will console log out that car. So after it's been passed in, we'll make this make sense as well. We'll call the function about the car. And we will call it by saying about the car and passing in my car. And as you would expect, similarly, it has created the object. But the main point of this is that the object itself is just a variable, and it's passed around like a variable and can be console logged out like a variable. The nice thing about objects is that they facilitate dot notation within JavaScript. So in here, as well as just console logging out the whole car, I can console log out the car dot color. And what I I should get here now is just red, which is great. So what I can also do is I can add an if statement, for example, based on the property within your object. So I can say if car dot wheels is less than 4, console log out, your car is missing some wheels. Say else. Great car. I can create another object up here. So I just copy that whole thing. Call this my other car. Say this one only has 2 wheels. We can also give it a name. Bike. Give this one a name. Car. So we've now got 2 objects. So if I was to throw those both at the about the car function, missing comma. There you are. So the first one through, my car is a great car. My other car is missing some wheels. And I can even refer to those parts of the object within the console log. If you remember back to the backticks lesson, I can talk about the dollar curly braces and put in car.name, and I can say about car.name dot dot dot. Save that, run this one. There you go. About mode car, great car. About mode bike, your car is missing some wheels. There you are. That's everything you need to know off the start about objects. Hope you found this useful. I'll see you in the next one.